I've been so good about not stopping to buy coffee in the morning, but once every few weeks or so, I do still like to stop and get my iced Americano or my hot black coffee. And today is a Saturday, and I'm bringing you with me, so why not? For those who don't know, I am a photographer at a classic car dealership, so I get to do all of the media that you would see surrounding a car posted online anywhere. I'm not shooting anything super crazy today, but it is beautiful weather outside. It's honestly a little bit cold for my taste, but fit check. I'm dressed for the weather. So I have been storing the 240 at work because it looks a little different right now, and there's really no reason for it to be at home because I'm not going to be driving it for a hot second. And I'm about to pull it outside so I can give you a detailed look at what's going on with it. When I don't drive this car for a while, for a split second, when I get inside of it, it smells like the day that I bought it before I go nose blind, and it makes me feel so nostalgic. Do we think it's going to start? First try after sitting for I think a week. It really hasn't been that long. No, not first try. Second try. Pretty impressive. So, this is what we're working with right now. Let me start by saying that I was not planning on selling my Fenders. I promise. I wasn't going to sell them until I had the new front end paint matched and ready to go on the car because I said I didn't want to run a clapped out naked car for a long time again. But somebody saw my last video of me taking my bumper off and asked if I was going to sell it, and I said no, but I would be willing to sell my Fenders one day because, as I said in the last video, I just really don't like them and I don't think they're gonna fit with the rest of the build style that I'm going for. Because if you can't tell, I'm super into that early 90s bubble tire, small wheel, OEM plus body look, and those Fenders just are not that. They're very early 2000s, which I can also appreciate, but if I were to keep those, I would want to switch up the rest of my body kit and go big girl wheels to fit the style of them. So one or the other had to go, and I chose for it to be the Fenders. And the person who DM'd me about them offered me the price that I was going to ask for originally, so I was like, screw it, why not? Let's get them off, and it'll kick me into gear on getting everything else paint matched for the car. Yours is cool.
That was showing me it. I was like, oh my god.
So, funny and very impressive story. The guy who bought my Fenders from me actually took them home and painted them that night and came to the meet that I was at the next night. And they were paint matched and mounted on his car. I was so blown out of the water. When he told me that he was going to be painting them that night as he bought them from me, I was like, no way, no way. So that was a really fun endeavor that I didn't expect to leave my car so silly looking. So my car is going to sit like this for a hot second, but I am going to get this baby back inside because I'm sure she's cold, and I have a car meet to go to tonight, which I'm going to be taking the Miata to, and I need to get different front wheels on it because my tires are bald. I need to hook up the soft top so that I don't freeze on the way there. I just haven't hooked it up since wrapping the car because I never mind riding top down, but it is a little chilly outside. So gonna finish that up, and I will see you either in my garage or at the meet. So I just got home and it looks like my sweetheart of a boyfriend already has my car in the air, so let's go see what he's up to.
No filming!
You're so dirty. Ew. Okay, not bad.
The other one looks better.
They're reps, but I'm thankful that they're at least really good specs. So they actually look good on my car. I think they They actually fit better than my other ones, honestly.
The offset is a lot more aggressive than your.
They fill out so much better. Makes it look like a little drift car.
I think it's got a mullet.
Now we gotta get the soft top hooked up because it's already a little bit chilly outside, so I don't want to think about how cold it's gonna be top down at night. A bird walked across the soft top, and I have not been able to get its footprints off. You ever worked on a Miata, pal? Being behind the seats of this car makes me think about the time we took this car to the car wash after just buying it and took the seats out to give it a really good deep clean, and I found it's still in here. I didn't know that. I found this on the floorboard under the seat. Plugged it straight into my phone. Don't make fun of me. I learned my lesson, but nothing bad happened. There was a copy of The Matrix on it. That's it.
It's still there.
The whole entire movie. It's still on the drive. Yeah. Little weird. There was also a pair of socks in here. The soft top is on, it's latched, and it's ugly. I'm gonna get it cleaned up. About to head to the meet, and this is my passenger princess for the night. Hi. Alondra, one of my best friends. Y'all, I completely forgot that my brand new Fender on the passenger side is not rolled, and my boyfriend's wheels are a little wider, like I said before, so we are rubbing really, really bad, and I'm kind of scared to see what the condition of my wrap looks like when I get to the meet. We're here! Jayla's here with the fit. I'll show you the fit in a second. I love me more than anything, a two-tone coupe. And here's Jayla's fit. She's not over here, but she just wrapped this in the same brand that I wrapped my Miata. And it has a beautiful blue pearl. It turned out so good. She has done such a good job with this car.
I love them, man. I want to fucking own them.
They just said it's a whole school of fit.
It's a whole school of fit.
The Zenki S14 is the only correct S14, and I stand by that. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. What's the best S14?
Zenki.
Zenki. All of the aero on this, combined with the wheels, the mirrors. This is probably my favorite car here. This is one of my favorite NA Miatas in Dallas. The aero choice is just so good. You just see so many KBD, like polyurethane centered Miatas, that seeing one with such tasteful aero is a gem. Okay, do a burnout.
Ready?
I need to go see what my Fender looks like. I haven't even looked at it since pulling up because I feel like it's none of my business. Yeah, the wrap is like completely rubbed away. The wrap is like gone.
Yeah, that's not
I thought it was the other side.
it. Both sides.
There's stuff on my dash.
Look at that. There's a Polaroid.
Oh my god.
Oh, you want to?
That's
anything written on
so cute.
Oh yeah. Happy birthday!
birthday!
Whoa.
I totally forgot I just had a birthday. Oh wait, I know this guy. Thank you. This is so sweet. Thank you. One day, I'll get to say hi to this guy. It kind of blows my mind how sweet people are here. Every meet that I leave with a new friend, and I think that's just the sweetest thing ever. I feel like moving to Dallas, just social-wise, car scene-wise, was the best possible thing that I could have done for myself in the past few years. No regrets at all.
guarantee that like
It takes like 10 of these.
sure.
He doesn't announce.
It's so hot.
Those stories that people don't think that I was fucking.
Oh, ducks, ducks. Oh my god, ducks.
Oh, ducks!
What are ducks doing here? Bro, go to nest. It's past bird time. That was honestly such a beautiful night. Aside from the thought that I'm probably going to have to rewrap my fenders, I don't really care because I've always wanted this to be a driver's car, and every modification that I do to it is miles cheaper than everything that I do to the 240, which is why I'm a little more scared to drive the 240. But this car, my biggest concern has always, there's an RX-8 in front of me. My biggest concern has always just been drivability and being able to drive this car without fear, because I got it for enjoyment and I never want to ruin that purpose. Overall, very lovely night and a beautiful start to the weekend, but I am going to go home and get all cozy in bed because it's like, I think 11 o'clock now. So, good night, Miata! Thank you.
Said store. Oh, yeah, I can take it.
So, I am back home, and I have my Velcro bird with me, if you couldn't tell. In these past few weeks, I have been working on something that I've been wanting to do for multiple years, but have always felt like now is never the time, and I still honestly don't feel like it's the time, but if I continue with that mindset, it's just never going to happen. So I finally pulled the trigger, and it is very scary, very nerve-wracking. I haven't gotten everything completely set up yet, but I do have all of the very important stuff here with me. I just want to go ahead and show off what I have because I'm super proud of it, and no one has seen it yet aside from my closest friends. I just want to give you the first look. Do you have anything to say? She's camera shy. You are so cute. Now, if you follow me on any social media, you will know that I am very big into art. I grew up mostly drawing people, which I still do love to draw. But as I started posting car stuff on social media, I got more and more into the idea of drawing cars. I've been doing it for about 4-ish years now, but none of my styles in drawing cars have ever clicked with me. And I feel like I haven't been able to cultivate any sort of audience based on my style until sort of recently when I drew this, which is part of a much bigger drawing. I've always dreamed of a career surrounding art, even back in high school when I didn't have a specific path decided for myself. I have always just wanted to create some sort of physical media that people could take home and look at in their daily lives that reminds them that there is always color in this world, even if they feel like they're trapped up somewhere, maybe at work, at home, things just aren't going well. Somewhere in this world, something is filled with joy and it's waiting for you. My favorite thing to remind myself throughout my entire life when I'm in a very difficult moment and I can't find a way out is to remind myself that nobody can take space away from inside of my head, and I'm free to go anywhere in my head that I want to. I can create the most colorful, magical places. And I want my art to basically capture that feeling. All the sappy stuff aside, I am incredibly excited to share this with you, and I hope that you guys will be there for me as I go on this little adventure because it's very new to me. On my last video in the comments, there were a few people that said they really enjoyed the little teeny tiny art section, so I figured you could hang out with me while I do this little drawing. I'm honestly not too confident in what I have going on here. I just have a little landscape sketch. I have been wanting to get better at drawing landscapes for quite a few years now. I'll actually put a few practice studies on the screen so you can see the little bit of progress that I've made. Landscape studying has always been something I'm super interested in, but just haven't had the time through drawing people and focusing on drawing cars. But if I want to get better, I have to learn to stop taking myself so seriously every time I want to start a piece. So I've been making myself do some little practicing in my sketchbook that the public doesn't often see, because not everything needs to be created to be posted. Remember that. And that leads me to the subject that social media has kind of destroyed creativity in a lot of ways, because people often feel pressured to share with the world what they're up to. And I've dealt with it a little bit myself. I have started projects and worried about how it's going to look on my phone camera, on my Instagram story when I'm finished with it. And that is exactly what leads us all to a burnout in creativity. We expect too much perfection of ourselves, and that leads us to creating less and less over time. And I guess that's kind of a theme of the second half of this video, is that I just expect too much perfection out of myself. So if anything, let this serve as a reminder that you are perfectly allowed to create for yourself. Let yourself step back every once in a while and just take a good look at what's in front of you and how it serves you and only you. So I hope you enjoy hanging out with me for the rest of this video while I create something that may or may not turn out that great. But either way, I have a lot of fun doing it, and that's what matters to me. So I'm going to go ahead and take the mic privileges from myself and finish off this video on a little bit of a quiet note, but I really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for supporting me on the last few videos. It truly means the world.